Hey everyone, my name is Dylan Siak and welcome to Community. Alright, housekeeping items. Did you check in? Because you have to check in because that's important, and then you gotta check in when you leave, and that's also important. First up, if you haven't seen it, our dear campus chaplain has graced us with a new song, Angwin Market, on the PUC Student Life Instagram. The jury is still out on how it stacks up against Curvy Road, so you decide. Let us know.
Curvy Road, take me home, St. Helena, or Pope Valley.
Week of Prayer. It's next week. It will be at 7 p.m. each evening next week at puc.edu/YouTube, and we hope that you'll join us to hear your peers talk about their spiritual journey. Alright, and guess what drops today? The Campus Chronicle. It's online at pucdl.com. Go read. But after this, now stay. Watch the rest. Also, don't forget we have a lot of great worship opportunities for you guys. On Monday, Pastor Rufo is doing a weekly devotions available on Announce and Instagram. Weekly prayer meeting. It'll be on Teams at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays. At 8 p.m. on Fridays, we have Vespers online at puc.edu/YouTube. And Sabbath morning at 10 a.m. we'll have Morning Watch also on Teams. And that's it for today's announcements. Keep an eye on all your social media until we meet again, and have a good rest of the week.
Hello everyone. I know you're in the middle of a challenging time right now and that you're adjusting to a new way of learning. All of us here miss you. The campus is just not the same without you. In fact, if you want to follow me on Instagram at PUC President, from time to time I'll be sharing pictures with you of what the campus is like while you're not here. Until the shelter-at-home order is lifted, the campus is going to remain closed. This means that only essential employees and approved students can be here. As much as we miss you, if you're off campus now, we need you to stay there. We're not able to have you back on campus even for a quick visit until those restrictions are lifted. Now, keep in mind that we are following the Napa County shelter-at-home restrictions and guidelines, and Napa County only puts these restrictions out 30 days in advance. So we will take this on a month-by-month basis for the foreseeable future. We're still here for you though. All of our offices are open online and can be reached either by phone or on Microsoft Teams during normal business hours. If you're not sure who you need to talk to, or if you have trouble reaching someone, please reach out to the PUC hotline at 1-800-862-7080. That is 1-800-862-7080. We've also received some questions about how grading will work for spring quarter 2020. I do want you to know that academic administration has been addressing this situation, and they are reviewing the current policy and working on some potential solutions that we should know more about in the next few days. So we will be getting back to you as soon as we know what those solutions look like. So you can expect something there probably the end of this week or sometime next week. The other situation that we have been working on is graduation. And we are working with the senior class officers through Tanya Healy and through Shekinah Francis to find solutions for graduation. Again, with the shelter-at-home restrictions in place, we don't know for sure what dates will be available, but we are currently looking at options either in late summer, early fall, or even potentially beyond that. We do want to offer our graduating seniors the opportunity for a face-to-face graduation experience. So that is our goal, and that's what we're working toward. So thank you to everyone who took the student survey. We're looking forward to compiling those results and acting in accordance with your needs and finding ways to support you better. For all of our residential students who are now off campus, Student Finance is applying credit to your account for spring quarter 2020 room and board charges. Your May statements will be ready for email and snail mail at the beginning of May, but you can also contact your financial counselor if you have questions. As I mentioned before, Napa County remains under an extended shelter-at-home order, and as such, you are not able to return to your residence halls during this time. I know this is frustrating for some of you, and we're sorry for that, but it is important that we abide by the shelter-at-home restrictions during this time. Under county instructions, we cannot allow you to return to campus or your dorm, even to quickly pick something up or even to visit with someone on campus until the order has been completely lifted. The residence hall staff is working on a move-out schedule as well as an option to leave your belongings in your room until fall quarter. So please keep an eye out on your PUC email for the specifics and a way to sign up for those opportunities. If you have more questions, please contact your residence hall dean directly. And finally, I know you're receiving a lot of information from us, so if you have any questions or concerns, please call the PUC hotline again at 1-800-862-7080. Lastly, I want to say thank you. We're very grateful for your flexibility and resilience during this challenging time of COVID-19. We do miss you, and we look forward to having you back on campus. So please stay safe, and I wish you all the best and Godspeed as you continue your studies online. Take care.
We're going to try this again. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you guys for being with us this morning. First of all, let's start off with an easy question, but I'd love for all of you to chime in on it. We know that home is a very different environment than PUC. What are some tactics students can use to stay on top of their new online classes?
I'll go with that one.
Thanks, Nancy.
I think it's real important to establish a routine, to establish some structure. For years, you've been going to school and you've been telling your brain when it's playtime, study time. And so your brain wants to know, hey, I'm ready for school, I'm ready to study. So establishing a routine where you have a good 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours a day. And you might divide that up where it could be 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, whatever works for you and your family and your social interaction. So setting up a specific time and letting your family know that that's that time for your studies. It does take a good 4 to 5 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. So establishing that routine is going to be real important.
Great answer.
I would just add to that besides establishing a routine of time, establishing a routine of space is really important. If you're studying in your bed, that can be really hard and distracting and tempting to turn on Netflix or something like that. There's also an app for our phones. I've been using it for several years. It's called Forest. And you basically plant a tree and it stops your phone during 25 or 30-minute periods of time from distracting you. So you can't open any other apps. And it's really cute, it's fun, and it'll stop you from checking social media constantly.
I like it. Anybody else?
I would recommend an idea of just planning to show up on your virtual classes. It doesn't have to be that it's something that you want to do emotionally. It's try to get in the habit of doing things that are sometimes not comfortable. So showing up, I think everything else will kind of work itself out, and being patient with yourself, but planning to show up is really important.
I agree.
I will also say that it will be very important for just to go to your happy place. I always tell my kids, go to your happy place, whatever it is. I have 2 kids. Lydia does one thing, Caleb does another. So just go to your happy place, put some music, whatever it is where you go and you feel happy about doing what you're about to do. And also get out of your pajamas, dress up, look nice, feel good, dress for success. Just make it fun.
Yeah.
It's up to you. So make it fun.
Yeah, I think, that's what I mean when you've been telling your brain that it's study time. It's you had a routine of getting ready to go to school and to study. So keeping that up is going to be real important for your brain to wake up and get engaged into what you have to do. So that structure of keeping up with your health, that structure of keeping up with your studies is real important.
You guys want to know where my happy place is?
Where?
Right here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. What are ways that students can still engage with PUC while being at home?
I'll start with that. I think that there's many ways. I know that every dorm has a hall worship, has dorm worship as well. There is clubs that are doing things online. I know they've had trivia, PUC Soul Club trivia. Stay connected. Somehow find a study group through Teams, through YouTube, wherever you guys can find. Just stay together. I think that is very important now more than ever to be connected, to help each other through these hard times. And I think that will help out a lot.
So I'm going to piggyback on Dean Granado's, his idea of the study groups and things like that. I actually think that it's beneficial to your first question. So your first question was how to stay successful in classes. If you meet together and talk about classes with other people. So you're connecting, you're building community, but your mind is class centered. And I think that that's good. We're on the student life side, we're trying to set up programs on Wednesday nights, at 6 p.m. We have a prayer meeting that we're starting. We've had for a couple of weeks and trying to grow where you can connect outside of class and where we can just pray for each other. I think it would be super cool if I don't know if you've seen where the NBA has done some kind of like they're playing a game of horse virtually. So somebody will take a shot and then somebody across the country will take that same shot if they make it. Why don't we do something like that for PUC? And then so maybe you take some initiative, but also PUC is providing ways where you can connect, either where you watched like for Vespers or where you engage, like as in prayer meeting or study groups or things like that.
On Monday, I sent a list of all the study groups that we have already formed, and those are set up till Monday. And those are students that already have taken the class, and the teachers are endorsing, and they're there to help you and support you. So do look that up, look up that email, or just go to WC Online and it's on there also.
Cool.
I also want to say that the Counseling Center is still seeing students. And so if you haven't been working with the Counseling Center and you're starting to feel like, hey, it might be nice to talk to somebody, call the Counseling Center. Our phone number is 707-965-7080 or email us at counseling@puc.com. If you're a former client, get back into counseling. If you've never been a client, we welcome you to join us and to seek out the services. So we are here. We're seeing students using telehealth. We're using phone, email, Zoom, Teams. We're using FaceTime, whatever works for the student. So we're here. We'd love to get to know you.
I think that one thing that to just remind the students that use your resources. We do miss you guys a lot. We're here for you guys, and just use us. Come call us up if you want some tips on how to work out. Call Coach Richie. You want some spiritual life advice, call Pastor Kent. There's just so many things. You want to laugh, call Doug. Whatever it is we're here for you guys. Anytime. If you'll be surprised how many things we have for you guys: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every single day. So call us up if you have questions late at night, you can't sleep and you want a question answer. Call your deans. That's what we're here for. We still go to sleep late. Our bodies haven't adapted yet. So we're here for you guys. We do miss you guys. So use us.
That's great. By the way, I want to give a little pushback. The students are commenting that PJs and sweatpants are acceptable for studying, and that's how they learn best. Just put a little shout out to the comment section, okay, Peanut Gallery over on my right side, okay? Because I think most of them wear them to class anyway.
They were wearing them.
Exactly.
They were telling their brain that already.
There you go. It's just like, it's what I roll into class with anyway. So here we go. All right. So next question. It is very hard being away from campus and can leave free time that students don't normally have. What are some healthy ways to kind of fill that void?
All right. Oh, thanks, Pastor Kent. So I have found a little bit of my own new routine in just getting some time outside. If you can do that safely in a way that's healthy for you, it doesn't have to be strenuous exercise. It's just going outside and getting a little bit of time maybe to yourself, getting some time with some music that you love. And that's been sort of, like Dean Granado said, that's been my happy place, is getting a little bit of time outside. And that can be really grounding and centering.
It's good.
I believe the things that bring you joy, whether it be listening to certain music and any social interactions that bring you joy, setting up specific dates, having certain date times with certain friends, that can be real important. The daily pleasure, treating yourself well, having bubble baths, that's giving me joy. Things like that give you joy, making sure you reward yourself and fill in that time.
Good.
One of the things I'm doing is I'm having virtual coffee with friends. Ooh. So friends from high school, friends from college, and so I found that to be really a nice thing, and getting to catch up on their lives, etc. Another thing I did is my wife and I were having dinner, and we invited my brother, who was monitoring tornadoes in Tennessee, to come and join us for dinner. And so we had a virtual dinner together, and that was just so cool. So I would recommend trying to create those moments of connection and interaction that bring you joy.
I've heard from a couple students how they're cooking more and trying to make use of this time, learning their mom's cooking.
Oh,
something we've taken for granted. And once you're in college, you realize, oh, I miss this. And so use this time to cook with mom. Another student told me that he pulled out his trumpet and hadn't played it for years, and finding joy doing that. So look for those things that you're used to that do give you that joy.
I just gonna read a verse, I guess, as the chaplain. In Philippians 4, it says this: finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. I do believe that part of your success in being happy is a state of mind. So the more you put yourself in that you think about these things, that you talk about things that you're thankful for, it actually will help. Because if you're going to dwell on, oh, it stinks that my little brother's always in my business, or my family's always on my case, then that will be your attitude probably throughout this experience. But if you think about the things that you do have and that you're thankful for, that can be defining for this experience.
Good. Anybody else? No? Okay. Wow. No, it's good. It's good. Thank you for reading that verse, Pastor Chaplain Kent. All right, let's move on. By the way, we're getting a lot of comments about how much the students miss cat food, and I'm kind of blown away by that, but they're missing, I think, mostly the breakfast food, I think is what it is. Or maybe it's just that someone's cooking for them. I'm not sure.
Biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits, yeah, there's a lot of comments about the food, so.
Wow.
All right.
You know what? I'm hearing that they're missing somebody doing the dishes for them.
Maybe. Maybe.
Y'all.
All right. Okay, let's get into our next question, shall we? All right. So the next one is families have a lot of expectations of students' time. How can they navigate a conversation with them about needed study time and space?
This is one of those things that's really tough, and it's going to depend a lot on your family dynamics and your culture and other factors. And I just want to give a brief piece of advice, which is that if you focus on how you're feeling instead of focusing on the other person's behavior, it comes off more respectfully, and you make it about, I'm feeling really stressed. I would prefer if you give me 15 minutes of quiet time while I'm in my class. In fact, I did that to my husband yesterday while he was being a little bit noisy and I needed to be teaching a class. I said, I would really prefer it when I'm in class if you are in the other room, because I get distracted. My train of thought, gone. And he respected that, fortunately, for all of us. So just being aware of how you communicate with your family can really help you get your point across.
Good.
Yeah, the conversation's real vital. Letting them know I need these 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, every day of the week, or the 5 days of the week, or just really planning that out. They're also probably going through difficulties themselves, in that they may now not have a daycare, someone to take care of the brother or a sibling. So they might have some expectation of your time. So you need to be very open and frank of what is required for your school. What times are the classes? You might even do a little chart for them, letting them know these are the times that my classes are, and I need to respect and be present at that moment. And then these are the times I need my study time. And then see how you could also accommodate what they need. So have a conversation. Make that a partnership between the family.
So, no, Dean Granados, you're older than me. Go ahead, please.
Go ahead, Chaplain.
No, you are older. Elders first.
He's also better looking, but there's that.
I will say more than anything is communication. Have a communication with your parents, with letting them know where your classes start. But also, I know that your little brothers, your sisters might be around. Spend some time with them. Let them know how important your studying is, what you're doing, when your classes are. Have a conversation at their own level. You might be talking to your parents, but get your little brother, get your little sister, and say, hey, have time, play with them, and then letting them know, okay, give me an hour, give me 2 hours. I'm gonna have a class right now. This is important for me, and then go on. But once again, have communication, adult communication with your parents, but then have brother-sister communication as well. If they're younger, like I said, set a time for them to spend with them, but also let them know how important it is for you to study.
So I think this is where, going back to the first, again, how to be successful in classes, it's important to set that routine. And that's somewhat because of the perception that your parents will see you. If they see that you're up till 3 o'clock in the morning watching Netflix or whatever you're watching, the perception is, well, my kid isn't really studying, or they're wasting a lot of their time. So at least they could be productive and take care of things at home. But if you are regimented somewhat and show them that you are being diligent as a student, I think that they'll give you that leeway, because that will be, in a sense, your job. So, and again, like what Nancy said is you just have to communicate that to them. So they have to see it, but then also communicate it.
I think Pastor Ken actually said something really important. It's important, and that is, it's important to think of school as your full-time job and to communicate that with your family. You know, and respect that about yourself. I am in a full-time job, and so I can make this a priority. I can make being successful academically an important part of who I am. There's another important piece here, and that is, during times of stress and disruption, we tend to start to assume the worst in each other. And I think with family specifically, it would be really helpful to assume the best in the other person, and not to assume that somebody's criticizing me or somebody's trying to micromanage me, etc. But we're all doing the best we can in a very uncertain time. It's without precedence, at least in modern history. And so let's assume the best in each other.
Love it. Anybody else? I think we've been getting some great questions on the side chat. One is, did Carol Baskins kill her husband? And I think that we all know she did. Okay, so hope that helps the students with stuff. Also, there's actually been some comments about classes and how tough they've been, and maybe how professors have been giving a lot of work, maybe even feeling like overwhelming amount of work. We want you students to know that we are taking notes, and we're going to be passing a lot of that information on to those who can help with that. So thanks for your comments and questions on that. Let's go to the next question, shall we? What if students just feel stuck? They normally have good study habits, but now it's hard to kind of feel motivated to keep going. What suggestions do you guys have?
Our TLC mentors are available every day of the week. I even take calls now on Sundays. So whether it be Michelle, Martine, or myself, we are there to talk that over with you. So do you access that resource? And that is our telephone line, or we have a link that I sent all of you on how to access a mentor. So our phone number, 707-965-7688, and that comes directly to me. And then if you want to talk to someone specific, whether it be Martine or Michelle, I can hook you up with them right away. So mentors, we're used to working on a one-to-one with students, and we've been doing that with teens mostly, but we want to, because those type of things tend to be very specific to the student on what's going on with you. So we want to work with you on a more one-to-one. So make use of our time.
It's good.
I would love to add to that as an instructor myself, I want to hear from students in class and outside of class. So if there's something that I can help you with, if there's something that you're really struggling with, if you are feeling unmotivated, instead of maybe hiding out or feeling like you're scared to contact your professor or instructor, I really encourage you to do that. I would love to work through and find you resources, find you information, hook you up with the TLC or the counseling center or your dean or chaplain, and get you those resources, rather than you sitting at home wishing, I wish this class was better, or I wish that this professor cared about me. We do. We care a ton and want to see you succeed. So reach out.
Good point. I'll echo that.
I also think it's important to remember that we're in this together. This is not something that students are unique in feeling. Students, we're hearing across America, students are feeling this. In fact, an interesting article came out yesterday on Zoom fatigue, which I think is fascinating. And we've only been doing it for about 4 weeks. So, and then also students are reporting that they feel that the academics almost feels emotionally optional. Not intellectually, but emotionally optional. So I think being gentle with yourself is also an important idea moving forward.
I'm going to talk more. I'm so sorry. That just sort of reminded me that, you know, how how we deal with what we're experiencing depends a lot on our background and what we've gone through. And so if you're looking around and thinking, I'm having a really hard time right now and it seems like other people are doing just fine, why is that? There's no wrong way to be handling what we're going through. And so definitely reach out and ask for help and support for yourself, for others. We are a community.
Good. Michael, your comment of "we're all in this together" kind of reminds me of a Disney song that I want to sing. We're all in this together. No, no one. I better get some comments on the side.
I thought you were going to sing "Small World" after all. I was concerned.
No, we're all in this together. A little Disney action. Come on, people. All right. By the way, for those of you that don't know, Carol Baskins is part of the show Tiger King on Netflix. Just wanted to clear that up in case people were confused. And I'm also going to be working on my mom's famous recipe of boiling water soon and posting that for you guys.
Good luck with that one.
Phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. All right, let's go to another question, shall we? What if students are missing the people in their residence halls? How can they find and connect with them?
I guess I'll take that one. Once again, I feel like, you know, they will be so surprised to know how many ways we have for you guys to connect, you know, from, like I said, every single day, I think we have something that you guys can help us or help each other get together and connect. If they're missing each other, I know there's people we're doing, and I'm part of it. We're doing push-up challenge every single day at 10 p.m. We're doing a push-up challenge. We chat, we talk about a lot of stuff while we do push-ups. So that's been kind of fun. But I know that there's people that are playing FIFA together, you know, that I get small groups and they connect each other and they're playing games, they're studying together. There's a lot of things that, you know, to just call each other up, especially nowadays. I think that there's a lot of ways that you guys can connect, from studying to social to just doing different stuff and helping each other out. I know that the RAs are calling, so feel free to call your RA. I'm getting a lot of comments from the RAs, that great conversations that they're having with their residents in every hall. And I've had some myself. I've been up to 3:30 in the morning talking with guys just about life, you know, about their parents, about girlfriend situations, you know, everything. So, you know, connect, definitely. You know, don't feel, oh, I'm gonna bother them. You're not gonna bother them. Call your RA, call your dean. You know, there's many ways to get connected. So just call us up. And by the way, at this moment, I think that every residence hall right now is accepting applications to be a RA, desk clerks, and all that kind of good stuff. So be part of the family. Come on over. There's many ways to get connected.
Great. Great
By
question.
the way, I think that Dean Granados is up to doing 7 push-ups in a minute. So congratulations.
Wow. Wow.
There's some love.
Don't make me pull out these guns.
I said congratulations.
Just saying. Okay. I mean, there's a reason this shirt is short sleeve, people. Yeah, it was full length until I flexed. It was kind
I
of
don't-
tough.
I don't think I've ever heard Granados do a sarcastic laugh before.
Oh, you haven't hung out with him enough then.
That is true. There you go. My goal is to be like Chaplin can. That's my goal.
Please, no more comment.
By the way, I like that somebody spelled my name in the comments as Doe and not Doug. That's great. Thank you, guys. All right. Is there anything else that the panel would love to share with our students this morning before we kind of wrap this up? It's been a great discussion this morning.
Well, no, we miss you. We do miss you. And so if we can connect, even if it's this way and, you know, remotely, and if we want to be there for you, so please don't be shy. You know, go ahead and call us, connect with us, and set up that time so that we can have that one-to-one conversation with you.
Also know that your professors and the people that are here on this campus are learning through this process also.
Yeah.
So if we don't hear from you, then that inhibits our learning process. So we need to hear from you so that you can help us do better what we're doing.
We miss you guys a lot. I'm telling you, I walk the dorm, I walk the hallways. You know, we do really miss you guys a lot, and we realize that we are here for you guys. So please call us up. You know, let us know how we can help you guys, even if we just have to listen. And more than anything, I just want to say, you know, a lot of things are a state of mind. Don't complain. I'll be like Pastor Ken and give you a verse. I want to say is in 1 Thessalonians. It says, give thanks for everything in all circumstances. Give thanks. You know, it's a state of mind. Whatever situation you're in, you know, God's put you there. He's going to get you through it. He's going to get all of us through it, and we're going to make it. But definitely know that we miss you guys. So please give us a call every so often, and stay connected and stay safe.
Thank you, Pastor Granados.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think it's important to also not expose yourself to too much news right now. To even the CDC says limit your exposure to news. So that would be helpful. Another thing is it's hard because there's not a kind of definite time when this will be over. And that makes it really tough to plan for the future. And so I want to actually encourage students to be proactive about their future, be thinking about their future. What are their future plans? Just because this is happening, don't put everything on hold, but be proactive, be thinking, be future focused, future oriented, be thinking about next year, what classes you're going to take. Start thinking about that, start planning, be thinking about what you're going to do after you graduate and what graduate school you're going to go to. Life will come back, life will pick up. And so it's really important to be focused on the future. And then also, I'd love to see students and everyone, even faculty and staff, do 3 random acts of kindness a day for somebody. And that might be sending them a text message. It might be giving them a call. I sent my parents a meal with DoorDash last week on Friday night. Got El Torito delivered to my parents. And I think that was the most positive thing that's happened in the last month for them. So try to do 3 random acts of kindness for somebody else.
Love that, Michael. Love that.
I think just know that we miss you, and I pray for my students every day and for our student body and for each of our faculty and staff and administration, and just we care about you, we're here for you, and we're looking forward to seeing you again soon.
Anybody
And
else?
the counseling center is open. If you want to talk to somebody, give us a call. We're here.
Apparently they're desperate. People, please call the counseling center. All right. Michael, waiting by the phone as we speak. All right. Well, today has been a true joy. I'm going to finish up with something fun from our Seeds That Inspire. I know you guys missed getting some of these cards. And this card says, when your heart is overwhelmed, give it to God. He will see you through. And
Amen.
he is going to see us through all of this. And as every panelist here has said today, we do miss you. We do love you guys. And we are planning, just so you know, we are planning for next fall some exciting stuff. So be on the lookout for some videos and some fun things to get you excited about next year as well. So thank you guys for tuning in today. I really enjoyed the chat. I just want to do, next time I just want to do where we just talk about the chat with the
That would be
students
awesome.
communicating. We have enjoyed having all of you guys here. Thank you to every panelist. We love you guys too. And we will see you guys next week. Take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Hasta luego.